5, 6 years. Stay the fuck out of my mentions. Diamond be dancing all over me.
What up?
Feel like the beat that controls me. I keep the fire, I hold the heat. Ain't my fuck, well, you know it's me. Ain't gotta call my government. Call me the mayor, I cover shit. You can't fuck with me, you celibate. Yeah, that's dog got you hella big. These niggas swear they can't stand me. I tell them pull up their panties. Ain't no discussion about my no need, just challenge you talking about paying me. New me, who this? Top going like I'm clueless.
Got a dope ass interview for you today.
With the loose lips. Whole squad be on it. Just like the mob be on it. Just like the cars, they ruthless. That's how the squad be on it. They mad, they run their mouth, I just run for bag. Plotting, they watching, but no, they not stopping the play. So I sit back, I watch and I laugh. Shit don't add up, we not doing the math. We want it all, you just don't know the half. We come from nothing to something, so really who hustling? I
Rock in the building.
Flip it. Cash come, better grab that. Don't block mine, better back back.
You got a dope show, dude.
Head get to showing out like a
it's
ass
gonna
crack.
Be super lit.
They like that's crack.
It's an exclusive only you can find
I
here.
them up for no reason. Fucker just pass me the season. Sick on these beats, I don't even be sneezing. Sheesh. Fucker just bring them on. I kill them all. Just give me a reason.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know. Y'all can go cop that on all music platforms. That is JJ Jones, called Interlude. JJ Jones Interlude. You can go download that everywhere. Make sure y'all go stream that. It is super lit. We got visuals coming soon. I was co-director of, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure y'all wait for that music video drop. It's going to be super lit, I promise you. We are also sponsored by AD from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Well, she has a clothing brand called Dig the Kicks. It's sweaters, t-shirts, dad hats, shorts. I mean, she got it all. It's super lit, super comfortable. So make sure y'all hit that website, Dig the Kicks, DTK.com. And once you're there, type Royal in that promo code so you can get 15% off. We are also sponsored by SwagNationMagazine.com, the #1 independent artist magazine in the nation, also reaching 75 countries worldwide. It is super lit. We have also made history, guys, by being the first LGBT entrepreneurs to grace the cover of their magazine. It is super lit. Make sure y'all go and cop this magazine now to support. We have to strive for each other. You know this platform is about winning, about LGBT winning, and we doing big things. This is a predominantly straight magazine that featured us because they saw our work ethic, they knew what we was about, and they know where we're going. So make sure y'all go and cop this magazine, volume 14, SwagNationMagazine.com. I'm super excited about today's guest, guys. I mean, like, he doesn't do many interviews, you know. You don't hear from him too often in the media. You do hear his name in the blogs and stuff like that. So we're here to cover a lot of things up. He's doing amazing, amazing things. His acting career is going sky high. I really, really, really admire his ambition and his strive for success. So without further ado, I want to bring on Rocc. About to get into some things, guys. We're going to get into them things. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Fern.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on to this platform. I really appreciate you.
Of course. Is my camera clear?
Is your camera what?
Clear.
Yeah. You're fine. You're crystal clear.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, hey. It's crystal clear. Hey, again, thank you for coming on here. I know you don't do these interviews very often, so I appreciate us, you blessing us with the interview and the exclusive and stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So before we get started, let everyone know where they can find you on social media and all of that good stuff.
Okay, well, all of my social media is @TheOfficialRocc. So that's my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Jacked, all that. Everything is @TheOfficialRocc. Whatever you want to search, that's you can find that. Oh, my YouTube, everything, yeah.
I know that's right. That's what's up. So, look, before we get into the show and all of that stuff, I want to go, like, before, we like to get to know the castmates and get to know you so that when we watch you, we don't just see what we see on TV. We get to know you so we can kind of enjoy you better when we watch, and we kind of get a better aspect of who you are when
Okay.
we see these scenes. So how did I know you're actor and stuff. So how did that get started, and when did that occur? Was that always your dream?
Yes. So I'm from a small town in North Carolina, and I always did theater. That's what I grew up doing. And actually, Tyson Anthony, when I was living in North Carolina, hit me up and asked and told me that I would be really good for this show. And he was like, "It's called About Him." Had I ever seen it at the time? No. So I didn't really watch About Him until I got casted for the second season. So I watched the whole thing. I saw how big it was. I really wasn't in the gay community or scene when I was in college. So that's what started me getting into it. And then, yeah, so I moved here. So I moved here for About Him, and then it just went on from there. And I did other stuff.
I mean, I mean, About Him is just one. Him and
Yeah.
and
I've done
a few
everything.
others.
The Girls. I've done Lit. I've done Houseboys. I've done Run Don't Walk. I've done a whole bunch of extra work. I've done a lot of stuff.
I know that's right. Well, congratulations to all your success and to further success in your career. So what landed you in choosing, other than the extremity of the views and stuff like that, what made you go further into this web series world to where it was like, okay, I did About Him. Like, how did you was like, okay, how did all these others come about? Did offers come to you, or did you apply to everywhere else? Like, how did that happen?
Mostly offers came to me because a lot of my friends are creatives. So even me doing the come up, me and Karan were friends before the show. So they really came to me. I've of course went to casting calls and stuff. Like when Run Don't Walk, the last short film I did, I went to that casting call. But yeah, they came. It's a little bit of both.
Okay, so where do you plan on going with your acting career? Like, what other things do you have? Other things lined up that you can talk about? Where do you plan on taking it?
So with doing the come up, even though some people try to shade it and say it's just like a YouTube reality series, it actually has been preparing me for what I'm about to do next, which will be also in reality, not YouTube, but yeah. So I'm gonna be doing some stuff, and then acting wise, I've been going to casting calls and stuff. I'm just waiting to hear back. But other than that, I've just been working. So
I know that's right. That's what's up. It's all about the grind, and it's inspiration because there's not a lot of people out here that's from small towns, especially in the South. You feel me? That feel like they stuck and can't go nowhere because there's no opportunity where they're at. So it's kind of a lesson to be learned to kind of create your own opportunity and go after whatever you need to go after versus if it's acting or whatever it is that you're going for. So
right.
shout out to you for that. So let's talk about that, the come up a little bit. The come up, how did that initiate? Did you see a casting call? Did you watch the show before? I know you say you're friends, but is it something that you just wanted to be a part of because of this upcoming?
Honestly, no. So I did not know. I knew about the Bad Boys Club because I knew people
Okay.
that were on the show. So I knew about that. But the come up, I really didn't watch. So Karan was like, he was bringing the show, the franchise, to Atlanta, and he asked me, did I know people that I thought should be on the show? And I sent him a list of names that I knew. Honestly, I think he might have picked one, which was Tay Anthony. And then, yeah, he asked me, did I want to be on the show? And I was like, sure, I'll do it. I'll support you and all this. Did I know what I was signing up for at the time? No. But do I regret it? No. It was like for fun. It was a kiki.
Shout out to Jasmine Master. She's a
And I
family of the show. And I oop. But continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what made me decide to do it was I just thought it'd be a good thing. It'll get my foot in the door with trying to figure out reality TV.
Right.
What made me decide to do the second season was I was like, well, I did the first. I might as well, keep going. And then I changed my mind midway through. And yeah.
So is there anything different from the first season that to this season that you changed, that you wish you didn't do first season, that you're trying to do now? Like
Yeah.
what was the comparison and what was the contrast?
So first season, it was we had people that were doing things for themselves, but we really didn't have a lot of drama, honestly. It's like it wasn't true drama, and there wasn't any true relationships going on in the first season. So like everybody knows me and Spanky from the Come Up New York. We did whatever we did, like to give. Even though me and Spanky did talk, we did converse. Me and him were never together. So me and King were never together. Yes, we didn't even talk. Me and King don't speak to this day. It was just for the camera.
Right.
So that's something I regret that I did. I feel like it made it seem like I was talking to all these different people when I really wasn't. Like the guy that I got in an argument with, the first episode when we were at a party and he got mad and went crazy. Now that was real, but me and him, that was literally my first day meeting him. So it was like certain things I feel like I was portrayed a certain type of way,
Right.
that I did not like. So, and I noticed that first season, but I stayed through it and I kept going.
Right.
The second season, what changed was when I realized what was going on, I stepped back and I just stopped coming. Yeah.
And plus, you already dipped your foot into it a little bit, so you know how to kind of step back to kind of see things in a different light versus being someone new into the field, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I can definitely understand that aspect. So with watching yourself throughout this, couple, 7 episodes so far, I always like to ask this question because I know it's two different experiences. When you actually film the setting and then when you watch it back, are you happy of what you see or being portrayed as season 2, progresses?
Okay, so honestly, when I stepped back from this season, I haven't watched. I can tell you now, I was so excited first season. Anytime the show came out, I would sit there and watch the whole thing from beginning to end. I have not sat down and watched any of this show. What I have done, I've watched your interviews, and I have read the comments on YouTube. So I don't watch the show. I just go through the comments and see what people say. And only part I did watch was, I don't know if you remember the first main trailer. It showed people claiming that I was homeless. So when I seen that in the trailer, I was like, okay, I need to definitely watch this segment because I need to know if somebody asks me questions, what to say, or like how to even answer that.
Right.
So so I have not watched, but I do feel like, and honestly, I feel like I'm not portraying myself as anything because I'm barely on the show. Like if I'm in all these episodes, I've literally only filmed twice, maybe 3 times. So they're like they're cutting those 3 times that I filmed and making it into 7 episodes. Because I even stopped doing confessionals. I didn't go to the confessionals after a certain point.
Well, as a fan watching, I always tell people I watch in 2 lenses, as a fan, and then I watch as for when I do my interviews so I know what I'm talking about. And, your name does get brought up a lot in these, especially these last couple episodes and stuff like that. Even regarding to what you're talking about now, about the homeless and the different things of that nature. Now, before we get into that, I know we have our own thing, so I want to do this, out loud because we do interviews, and this show, as the people that know that watch the show, we are not about bashing or shaming, and I do want to apologize and this publicly, not in a DM or anything, but if I allowed, or didn't, say anything to the nature of stopping someone from bashing or discrediting your character or your name. And I want to publicly apologize to you because that's not what this show is about. And I've had hundreds of interviews, and that's not what this show is about at all. I want to steer away from that. You know what I mean? Because I respect you and everyone in their hustle and trying to make it in this life. You feel me? So, that's, before we even continue, I want to let that be known. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, but in talking about that, tell your truth about what is being said, because it's saying that, it's couch to couch and you're homeless. But my whole thing is, regardless of what the nature is, I don't see any, humor in something like that, especially when you're grinded and you're moving and you're working. And I feel like, I mean, so just answer,
Okay.
what
So,
what is it for you?
all right. Okay, so this has been a thing since season 1. So I'm gonna take you back to season 1 real fast. So season 1 happened. I had an apartment in Midtown. Karan told me that he was coming here to film. Karan, this is the thing that gets me. So Karan didn't have anywhere to stay. No shade, like that's not bad or anything. He doesn't live here. He didn't have anywhere to stay for filming. So I was like, oh, you can stay with me. Karan literally slept on either my couch or in my bed most of the time for season 1. Towards the end of filming for season 1, I was moving. So I told them that they had to go somewhere else. And I was moving into another apartment in Midtown. So, which was still mine. So Karan had to go somewhere else. So then he wanted me to film a housewarming because I was supposed to film a housewarming. I didn't want to film it into my apartment because my furniture was not going to be moved in time.
Right.
So he was like, oh, we can just do it at Ace's apartment. So I was like, don't they know that apartment from Bad Boys Club? He was like, no, it'll be fine. So literally that scene of season 1, we literally showed up, filmed that, and left. It was no party. That's why people was like, why wasn't there nobody there? There was no party. We did that to film, and then we left.
Right.
So Karan knew that, and Karan was still allowing people to say that I didn't have my own place and stuff when he was staying at my place, which confused me. So second season, this is September, about to be October. I've had my own place again since I moved into this place December of last year. Everybody knows that.
So that people, because people like to be ignorant and act like they don't know. So the place that you're currently in now, that the setting that we see is your apartment.
No, this is not my apartment.
Okay.
No, I'm not at home. So I'm about to go to the club. So but yeah, anyway. So what was I saying? Like everything is in my name. Like what's his name? Callan has been, stop talking to me. Callan has been at my house. All these people, like, okay, so Callan is the guy that oh my god, this is gonna sound so shady, but I can't think of his name. I'm not being shady when I say this. The person that called me homeless. I've been drinking. So, but anyway, I can't think of his name. Dion, the person that he was talking to is Callan. Callan's been to my house. Callan knows where I live. Callan knows I have this apartment. That's why it confused me why he didn't say anything when he was like, do you know that Rocc is homeless? Like, you've been to my house plenty of times. Why didn't you just say, no, he's not? He said he did say it off camera, but I don't have any proof of that because I can't see it. So,
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not homeless. That's one. What was the second thing? He said that T.S. Madison funds everything that I do. One, I think they should leave T.S. Madison out of this because T.S. Madison is definitely my boss and my personal assistant. That's one of my other jobs. And she doesn't, like, she pays me when I work, but other than that, she really doesn't do anything. The thing that gets me about this whole situation is that the people that are talking about me or have so much to say about me, I do not know. Now, if this was, say, Anthony, Chris Hampton, even Mulan, which I met Mulan this season. I didn't know him before, but we've gotten close. I would understand. But, like, I haven't met these people. Like, Darion, I heard that he didn't like me for some reason, or he said I need to humble myself. I feel like I'm the most humble person. Only thing I said to him was that we don't hang around the same people. And we don't.
What it was in the episode, it was said that you, if I remember correctly, emailed or DM'd stating that you heard that that Dion was talking about you, and he needs to keep your name out your mouth. That you run these streets and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but Dion and Darion was talking about that. Whatever the case may be, that was the scene. So they was talking about that, and they was like, well, who is he talking to? Because they was like, they're saying stuff like it's in plural, and when Chris was saying something about clowns, and she put plural. So, and in the show, since you're not watching, it's shown that it's it's separated. It's cliques. It's,
Mm-hmm.
Dion, Darion against all of you guys, you, Milan, uh, Quay, and Tay, all of y'all.
See, okay, so I told you I stopped filming. So while I was filming, Darion and Dion didn't even get along. So this is new to me that they are clicked up or whatever. Chris didn't have no problem with anybody either. It was just that Dion has so much to say, which that's the thing that got me too. So I talked to Karan my day of filming because he said that I asked to be in the scene or something. I was at a popular bar here called Joe's. Chris had came and I was like, Chris, what you doing here? And she was like, oh, well, I'm gonna get to that. She was like, oh, I just finished filming. And I was like, filming where? And she was like, Henry's. She was like, go walk over there. So I was with Tay, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just go walk over there. So when I got over there, Karan was like, do you want to film? And I was like, sure. But the thing about that day was, Dion had a boot on his car. He had parked in the wrong spot, which, Atlanta is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still staying down the show too.
Dion doesn't know that because Dion was driving from Florida every day to film. It's not like he lives here. That was the thing that confused me too. I'm like, why are we having somebody on the show that's never in Atlanta, doesn't live here, is driving here, whatever. Dion spoke to me. Like, I don't know if we hugged. When he had the boat on the car, he spoke to me. I didn't know he was on the show at that time. I had went back up to Henry's. When the cameras came on and I tried to shake his hand, he didn't want to speak to me. Like, he was just looking at me. I'm like, that's what, I was like, oh my God, here we go again. Because I was like, we just spoke and now the camera's on, you're not trying to speak to me. So I talked to Karan about it. And Karan was like, oh, I asked him to come on the show to kind of be the Marlo Hampton of the show or something like that. And I was like, okay, he's trying to get him to bring the drama or whatever. But then I hear from Tay, Anthony, which was last week, that Karan was the one to tell Dion to say I was homeless. So it's just a lot going on. Like, it's just too much. And I don't have to deal with it because honestly and truly, I was serious when I sent that. I went on my story and I was like, you're in Atlanta. You really will not be able to go nowhere. Like, I've gotten people that I don't deal with, I've gotten them kicked out of clubs.
Yo, that
like,
bitch ain't gonna go nowhere.
Like, it ain't, and it's, what's so crazy to me about this whole situation is that people are taking it lightly. I'm not the type to get very upset easily, but the whole topics of what's been going on are like serious topics. Like, I know people that have certain diseases, and I know people that used to be homeless.
Facts.
Like, it's like, instead of going around talking about, oh, because honestly and truly, I don't. So it's not something I have to worry about. But then, like, I have people hit me up, like, past sex partners, and like, what's going on here? Or I was talking to someone at the time, they was like, okay, what's going on here? So then I had to get tested with them. Like, it was just, I was like, girl, we can go. But then to hear that I'm homeless, like, gays kill me. So instead of hearing that rumor and maybe hitting up the person like, oh, are you taking your medicine?
Are you okay? If you need help, let me know. Right.
No, you're gonna wait until your first season on a platform that gets tens of thousands of views to state something that you do not know. That to be factual. Like, you're stating stuff that you claim that you have heard. So it's like, it just doesn't make no sense to me. Like, I don't think, and people laugh and think it's a joke. But that's really, like, if I was the type to where I wanted to, like, get a lawyer, and I could really take people to court for this. Like, even honestly, I could get the show taken down because I didn't sign we signed agreements first season. I ain't signed no contract this season. So I just let it be. I was like, I'm not going to mess, because me and Karan, I don't have a problem with Karan. I know that's Karan's money. So I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to go nowhere with it. But this is crazy. Like, people really, I know people that wouldn't have been able to go through all of this if it was them. Like, luckily I have friends.
So being devil's advocate, because I agree with 100% what you say, and just playing for both sides, because there's people that's going to say, but you're on TV and you're on reality TV. Don't you know this is what gears reality TV? And shout out to Karan, because I love creators and content. So whatever it is, and I support whatever, what he's doing. He's dope. But reality TV, we watch Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, Married to Medicine. We watch all this stuff, and it destroys a lot of people's lives if not done right. So
I get what you're trying to say, but what I'm saying is, we've seen this on TV. We saw this on TV between Candy and Phaedra. When Phaedra told the lies that she told, at the very serious level that she said it on, she's not on the show anymore. What I'm saying is people that are young they don't understand. I don't think people understand how serious this is. Like, literally, even Karan being who he is, and him one used to calling me his friend, knew that this was going to be posted and didn't tell me anything about it. Like, he edited it. It's not like, oh, okay, girl, they was talking about you, calling you broke, or, oh, they was calling you, saying they saw you stealing. Like, that's little stuff. This is literally someone's livelihood. Like, you said something.
No, I understand.
In the gay world, once somebody hears that, it's stuck in their mind. Like, they're like, oh,
yeah, we're gonna accept the lie and bypass the truth. Right.
Right. So that's the only thing. So it's like, which is honestly why. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. So, and then even to go to with Chris. Like, Chris is my friend. So then I saw a little snippet. Somebody DM me a snippet of people misgendering her, and I'm like, I just don't understand why it's us going against us. At the end of the day, we're all in the same community. So it kills me, and I don't understand how people. I don't know. It's just a lot. Like, that's why I haven't said anything. I'm not about to speak on this. It's just childish, and people are not even coming up. Like, I don't have a problem with Dion or Jerry. I don't have a problem with any of them. I don't know him. I didn't know him before this. I saw Jerry out. Dion I've never seen before. So it's like, I don't have a problem with these people, but they just doing. I don't even know how to say it. It's just like,
shit, I got a problem with it.
Right. So now they've upset other people. Now that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know,
fuck that.
That's them. But like me, it's just that I don't know them. And I keep every interview and every time that they're posting about the show, I hear my name. I wasn't even gonna say that. Actually, it's so crazy how I forgot his name. But anyway, like, I don't know. What's the next question?
No, I understand. And honestly, not that you need this, but your feelings are validated 110%. And I understand wholeheartedly, especially when you work so hard to build a brand and nobody knows your work ethic behind how you got to where you got. And even like I stated before, even if look, I haven't been in the up and up at my whole life. I'm not all the way there now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's no shame because of what's lacked, because it's the strive to where you want to go that's most important. But my whole thing about this whole thing is that I agree with you. I don't like the mistreatment of our own community by our community. But at the same time, people are going to argue that it's good TV, and what else are they going to see? Because in the comments, people hate Dion, but there's a lot of people who say he makes the show. You know what I mean? So,
I've told Karan, I said he's good for the show. Even when we were filming, I said, oh yeah, he's gonna bring the spice. But I was fine with that. I like spice. You know, I understand that it's reality TV. I get that, but it's certain levels and there's certain lines.
I agree.
We should cross. And then if you sit back, I'm only 23. I turned 23 like a week or two ago. So it's like, if people really sit back and look, thank you. If people really sit back at the things that they say about certain people and look at themselves, it's like, can I really, and I don't know anything I know about a couple people. So it's like, can I really call somebody homeless when I just live in a dorm, and once I get out of this dorm, I'm going back to my parents' house? Like, can I really call somebody broke when the only reason why I have money is because I get a refund check? Like, it's certain things that I think about before I say things. And that's because I know that I received a platform, or I became known very quickly. So I had to watch what I say. Certain people really have to watch what you say. You can't
go out there
saying anything crazy, because people believe. That's just like, there's even the thing with Star Milan's one of my friends. I've known Star for years. The things that were said about him, people haven't talked about that in years. That was a big scandal years ago, and some of the people that made that scandal recanted. They was like, oh, we were just mad. So why bring it up again on this show, knowing that his best friend is on the show? So it's like, there's just certain things that I feel like, well, we had, and I get it, like, I understand that he brought drama, but where was he showing the come up? So he just got on the show to show drama because he said he's going to be a nurse something. he's going to be in the future. Like, he went back and forth. First he was going to be, now he is one, and he's getting all this money. I don't know, but I'm not mad at him. Like, I don't have any problems with him or anybody else.
I mean, like I said, this is for you to speak your truth, and I want to allow you to get it off because it's important for you to, share. And I feel like you started something, and even if this is the last time you talk about it, it's important for even the fans that you accumulated through this, or the fans that watch you and support you because of you.
Right.
I think you're not obligated, but they needed to get a story, your story, not just from what they're seeing on TV.
And that's why I wanted to come on here, because going to the reunion is going to be edited. That's the thing that people don't understand. The producers and the team picks what they want to show, what facial expressions they want to show, where to put it. We do confessionals after we do filming. They choose what confessionals to put after what. So, like, even first season, it made it seem like Tay Anthony was being very shady to me. They cut out a lot of the stuff. It was just a lot, because me and Tay Anthony we filmed the confessionals the first season at my house. So I was there when Tay was doing his confessionals. Like, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot of confusion, but people that are watching don't know that. And I understand that. But, like, I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that this season hasn't, like, brought me down. Like, it's been times where I've had to, like, call my friend Malik is right here, but I had to call my friend and, like, talk to him and stuff like that, because it was crazy. Like, I had people hit me up asking me if I needed somewhere to stay. I had people hit me up asking, have I ate today? Like, I was like,
that's crazy. Yeah.
Like, it was people that I know, like people that have my number. They were texting me and was like, oh, I saw this. Are you okay? Like, have you? I'm like, what? Like, it was a fool.
That's crazy. And I understand. So you said earlier that this is teaching you for, it's giving you a nice lesson learned for when you move on to your next project that you're about to do. So do you feel like any of this stuff is it a project where any of this stuff might be able to occur on that type of platform? Is it that type of reality TV or?
No, I'm sure people might. No, I don't think so. I don't think that things like this will come up. I don't think this show at all is going to come up. Yeah, I don't think any of that's going to be. No.
So you say you left halfway through. But you did talk about the reunion. You are doing the reunion?
I got a text from Karan about the reunion, and as of now, I do plan on showing up.
Well, I do think if you sign up to something, you should finish it out or follow it through.
This is our first reunion. We didn't do a reunion first season, so I go to get the reunion experience. But I'm gonna go, and it is a closed set, so there won't be like people there, which will be really good. But I just don't know if it's. I don't know. I'm gonna go though.
You know what? I think the way you're shown on this season is you're very poised. Although the drama is almost centered around you, not per se you're causing it, but just your name. I think your attitude, your profession, I think it shows. I don't see no messiness come out of it. Even when they was reading whatever they was reading that you stated, I feel like it was something that was.
Have they shown the episode with me and Tay?
No.
Oh, okay. So that is when I kind of talk about the whole situation of Dion. Me and Tay talk about it. But yeah, like the scene when I was drinking that water and he was across the table talking about he didn't like my side comments.
Right.
Somebody told him to do that because literally before we filmed, we did not have an issue. We spoke before I sat down. That's why I was sitting there and I kept drinking, because I told the production, I said, I'm not about to sit here and argue with him. Like, production was begging me. They was like, read him, slay him. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I don't know him. Why am I arguing with somebody, giving somebody life that I really
know? When you was talking to Tay the T, yeah. I thought you was talking about Tay Anthony. I was like, no, I didn't see you talking to Tay Anthony. No, you talking to Tay the T. Yeah, that conversation did happen. I apologize. I did see that.
Okay, so I'm
yeah, I did see that.
Hey, Karan. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Okay, cool. I knew it was gonna come up.
Yeah,
So,
they
so
did show
that
that
should
part.
be that scene right there should be my last. I shouldn't be nowhere else. That was the last scene.
Well, like I said, I feel like there was no. I don't know. It was poised, and even that first situation where you was at the table, that first episode where all of that happened with Dion and Tay Anthony and everything else, and a little bit with you. I feel like even the character and how you carried yourself, you know, you see that this is not where you're stopping at. You know, you have longevity ahead of you. You know,
Right.
there's you have goals, real goals out here, and you're trying to achieve. Which, if you have that standards now, you're just gonna be unstoppable. You know,
Right.
when you reach those levels.
And
So
what I need
you
people
know,
to understand is that the main reason why I wasn't in a whole bunch of scenes is because I was on tour with Madison. Like I was literally, you can ask Karan, I was literally out of state for a long time. And he kept saying, okay, well, we gotta do this, we gotta film. When I came back, me and Maddie were supposed to film a scene. She's very busy, like she really, and not even very busy. She's a woman, so like it takes a lot for her to get ready, and she really don't be feeling it. So if she's not feeling it, I can't force her to film with me, and she's only going to film with me if she's looking a certain type of way. So it's like I couldn't. It was just certain things that I could not do. Like I would have loved to went to Darion's performance. I just wasn't here. Like it was just a lot of stuff I wasn't here for. A lot of the group stuff.
it's been busy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with booked and busy.
oh, thank you, Karan.
But you know what? Like that's what it's about. It's about working. And the less I see you, the more I know you're working clearly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just wanted to say, I thank you so much, honestly, for letting us be the platform that you come and address all of this on. I do want to apologize again for if you felt any type of way, you know, with our previous interviews. And just I want to say that, you know, regardless of anybody tells you this or not, like you're inspiring a lot of people, like believe it or not, and keep going, keep moving, and you know what I mean, like be the whatever it is that you want to be, just be at the best that you can be. Honestly, for real, you got it. You feel me? You went this way. There's no reason why God brought you this far for you to stop here. So keep striving, keep winning. And that's how you're going to win on these. And anybody that is a hater, that's talking about you, that's while they're left behind, you out here winning. So keep getting your W's, keep doing your thing.
And can I say one more thing?
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw this. So I saw that the big issue was that Dion is not going to let this go until I apologize because I made side comments. But I don't think he can even repeat or say what I said. Like I wasn't making. I think maybe he thought I was making side comments. I was talking to Tay. It wasn't like I was whispering. Tay was across the whole table. Like so, I feel like this whole thing. It's just like made up beef, which I'm used to. I'm used to first season. It was a lot of made up beefs, but we never went as far as it has gone.
Right.
Yeah. So now it's to the point where like it's out of my hands. It's above me now, as they say. Like I'm content. I'm fine. But I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of friends. And when they watch the show, they tune into the show. They're not happy about certain things, and I'm not a fighter. I've never been in a fight. So it's like I don't know. It's just I just feel like it went so far left when it didn't have to. And then I understand that people are trying to use that, like they use this to get seen or whatever. But it's certain things that you just have to be an adult and be like, okay, it was my bad. I let my personality or me trying to keep this outgoing person.
Right. I wanted some clout, and I said and did what I did.
My first season, my first time doing this, and I went overboard. Like, don't even gotta say that to me because you didn't offend me. You just upset me that you lied on me. There's people that you offended. There's people that are dealing with the things that you were speaking about, and they're offended because you said it in a negative way. Right. So it's not. I'm like, yeah, but that's what I would do if it was me.
I do want to say. I want to curse you out a little bit because you had posted, send questions to the Royal Couch, and you flooded my DM with a whole bunch of people asking me questions to ask you at this interview. Like flooded my DMs.
Did you
and
ask
stuff
me?
like that. Um, a couple of them I did, but I formed it into my own, whatever the case. Because this is not about. I didn't want this to be.
I'm
This is not
sorry.
that type of show with a lot of the questions that they were asking. And
Oh,
I mean, they can catch that
okay.
on other shows that is out there, but this is not that platform.
Okay.
But there is one thing that we can talk about that we want to make it a little juicy and fun. Somebody asked me. Actually, it was about three different people who asked me, "Have you talking or dated Santana?"
No. Oh my God. Okay. So, that's so good that you brought this up because this was a big thing too. So
It was.
the deal with Santana. Santana was going live, right? It was like in the beginning of him getting all the attention he was getting. So one day he was live, and I requested to go live with him. He accepted it, and he thought I was cute or whatever. So we was just like talking back and forth. I was laughing and stuff. And then anytime he would go live and he see me on there, he would request me. We've never talked. We've never dated. It was all for play. Now people started taking it serious. Like Santana has a man. Santana's man took it serious. Like he made it Santana block me. He made Santana stop talking to me. Santana came onto the Queen's court and
Right.
requested that I do not come to work. Like it's been
What?
his turn. I have never seen Santana in person. I've only FaceTime. We've like FaceTime, text, and Instagram. The fans or the public turned this into a real big thing when Santana's not even my type. Not saying Santana's ugly. I mean he's good, but it's like that's not even my type. So it wasn't given that. I was just having fun. Like he was funny. I love going on.
Right.
No, we've never dated. No, we've never talked. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
that's it. And that's one of the more better questions that I've had. So that's why I don't want to get too deep because it's too too-ish, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
but
crazy. People,
yeah.
It's so crazy. People think that somebody said the other day. I saw. I think they got me confused with past cast members because they was like, "Oh, Rocc and I think they mentioned Tay. Like we buy our followers," and that was first season, not me. That was different cast members on first season. I can show that's what people don't understand. People can buy followers. People can buy likes. You can't buy insights. You can't buy views, and you cannot buy reach, which is something that is on. If you have a business profile, you can see it on your special settings. That's another topic. I don't got it.
And you can kind of tell there's a lot of people who pay for followings and don't know the analytics of everything that they need to do to make it equal out. That
Right.
you'll have 50K, 70K, and have 34 likes, and it's like something doesn't add up.
I will say certain things like when you post, they change stuff on Instagram, so certain people see it during certain times. But like story views are real because I've had pictures that don't get a lot of likes, but I feel like more people watch me than support me. So it's
but your average post, like you got like 24, 25K, and you have 2,000, 3,000, even some 4,000 likes and stuff like that. And I feel like that equal out to the amount of people that you have versus having 24K and only having 15 likes.
Right. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times it don't make sense, whatever. But again, thank you for. You said what?
Are you coming to the reunion?
Yes, I will be at the reunion. I will.
That'd be nice.
That's gonna be lit. Yeah, it's gonna be super lit. I'm definitely gonna be at the reunion. And I'm excited for the reunion. Actually, I can't wait to see what happens.
Right, I can't wait to be there. And I will say, I know it's probably gonna be a lot said because I know you post this live after, so I know it's gonna be a lot said from a whole bunch of people. I'm not worried about it. I've said everything. I've said my stuff, and but I do thank you for bringing me on here. I've been needing to come on here for the longest. We've been talking about it.
Yes, we've been talking about this for the longest time. And I appreciate you. And you know what? When a lot of other stuff goes on, I want to bring you back on and not even to talk about this, but just nothing about, things you're doing, things you're working on and, the shows. And let's talk about that when seasons are in and stuff like that. I really respect your grind and I, applaud your hustle and I respect it for real.
Thank you. And hopefully certain people, I guess I can be a little bit shady now. Hopefully certain people take note of how to actually do an interview. I'm not going to be walking around holding my phone with headphones in, looking everywhere. I'm not going to be in a place that ain't got no service to where I look all fuzzy and can't barely hear you. I'm going to actually respect the person that's doing the interview, coming on their platform, and I'm going to be ready for an interview. So hopefully they take notes. I know.
Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. Honestly, I truly, appreciate that. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Rocc. I mean, he gave us a show for you.
Thank you.
All right. So bye and keep shining, man. For real. All love.
All right. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
All right. Bye.
How dope was he? Like super, super lit. Like he is an amazing individual. I don't know if he knows, but I know of him from North Carolina. I live in North Carolina now, and you know he has a great reputation out here. He's doing amazing things, and it's great to see someone striving and doing big things. You know what I mean? Coming from a small place. So shout out to Rocc. Keep winning. I really appreciate him for saying those remarks. I know it was being a little shady on other people, blog sites and stuff, but I really appreciate that. I take this seriously, and I do respect you guys wholeheartedly. Thank you guys. There's a lot more to come. Stay tuned to season 4. It's going to be unbelievable. Trust me. I got a new team I'm working with. It's a lot of big things coming your way. Make sure y'all press that add button. Make sure y'all tune in. Tomorrow, I got TS Lil Kendra coming on from Chasing Atlanta. She just got out recently, and we're going to hear how she's been doing. Thank you, Chad. I am feeling better. So tune in tomorrow, 10 o'clock. You already know. Peace.